And welcome back to another edition of Total Sports Radio. My name is Justin, and thank you so much for checking out today's video. Today, guys, we're here talking about the Carlos Gomez sweepstakes. As last night I made a video that Carlos Gomez is going to the New York Mets to join a very young, talented team that, like the team he got traded to, is right on the cusp of making that big playoff push. But the deal with the New York Mets eventually did fall through once it was reported that it was a hip injury. His agent and Carlos Gomez himself can confirm it was not a hip injury. It was later reported that it was a salary issue, which eventually led the Mets to not getting Carlos Gomez in the deal, not getting Zach Wheeler or Wilmer Flores, who was crying because he got traded, if you guys remember that. But the next day, here today, guys, we do have another deal, and it's been confirmed in a 6-player deal that Carlos Gomez has been traded along with Mike Fiers to the Houston Astros. And this is a deal that really, comes out of left field. We did not even know that the Houston Astros were interested in Carlos Gomez. I know they were interested in trying to be in play of an outfielder. The Brewers do have 2 outfielders that a lot of MLB teams are interested in, as in Gerardo Parra and Carlos Gomez, but this is a deal where it just, helps out the Houston Astros so much. The Astros need some help in the back end of the rotation. They're getting that in Mike Fiers, and then Carlos Gomez is going to be their primary everyday center fielder, right next to George Springer. This is going to be such a talented outfield. I am just so excited to see how Carlos Gomez and also you have George Springer there. It's just going to be such an exciting outfielder, a very young, talented outfielding core. In general, the Houston Astros do have one of the most, young, talented, and very fun to watch team, because not only do they have the addition of Carlos Gomez, an all-star himself, they also have, like I said, George Springer, they have Jose Altuve, so this team is very much going into the right direction, and they're going to be, one of the favorites to get either a wild card spot, or they're going to end up winning the division, because look how close, the Astros and the Angels are at play for that first place crown. But let's see who's going over to the Milwaukee Brewers, and it is a nice package of prospects that the Milwaukee Brewers are getting in outfielder Domingo Santana, outfielder Brett Phillips, left-handed pitcher Josh Hader, and fellow interviewee here on the Total Sports Radio Network, we do have Adrian Hauser. Adrian Hauser, I did interview him when we were part of the Nation Sports blog a couple of years ago, and Adrian Hauser, I'm very happy that you're going over to the Milwaukee Brewers. We'll always support you here at the over here at the Total Sports Radio / the Nation Sports blog if you still want to consider us a part of that. But not only is Hauser going over there, the Brewers also get an international bonus slot at number 76. So let's talk about the Brewers. I know yesterday I was telling you guys on, the Milwaukee Brewers farm system has not been the greatest farm system in baseball for years now, and you don't see the Milwaukee Brewers making a lot of huge huge moves, because the team that they have now is, their team that they're going to have for the next couple of years. They had Ryan Braun out there, they have Adam Lind. The team has not really, gained a lot of interest in their farm system. The Brewers cannot be in play for a lot of, talented players, but this is an opportunity for the team to really revamp their farm system. Say eventually they want to trade, they can have a lot of prospects. Now they did bring over a couple of great prospects, like I said, in Domingo Santana, Brett Phillips, Josh Hader, and Adrian Hauser. Those are 4 guys that all have trade interest, and they're all rising stars, and they're going over to the Brewers organization to help revamp this farm system. So it's very much going to help out in the long run for this team. I'm not saying, tomorrow they're going to end up, getting traded. I think the Brewers are going to keep around a majority of all these prospects in their farm system and rebuild that farm system, because that's something they really need to do. There's still a lot of trade in play for the Milwaukee Brewers, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I know Adam Lind had a lot of trade interest in going over to the St. Louis Cardinals. That could still be in play. I think that's the only real trade that's left on the Brewers right now. They got rid of Carlos Gomez to the Astros in this trade, so we'll just have to wait and see what the Milwaukee Brewers do have in store, if Adam Lind is going to end up getting moved at the trade deadline. We'll just have to wait and see, everybody. But this has been a very exciting, this has just been very exciting, because David Price went to the Blue Jays today. It's just been a very exciting MLB trade deadline. Very shocking, a very active market in the trade market. So let me hear your guys' opinion about this. Make sure you guys leave your comments down below, leave your thoughts down below. I'll catch